Today we're going to be checking out the front tie rod set for the 2014 to 2018 Silverado 1500s. This tie rod set is a great option for Silverado owners looking to restore steering performance, improve handling precision, and maintain a safe, reliable suspension operation. The standout feature of this front tie rod set is its direct replacement design, which makes it an ideal solution for worn out or damaged factory components. Over time, tie rods are subject to a lot of stress from daily driving, rough roads, and especially off-road use, leading to play in that steering system, uneven tire wear, and compromised alignment. This set is engineered to match the factory specifications, ensuring proper fitment and function right out of the box. It includes both inner and outer tie rod ends, giving you a complete solution for refreshing your tie rods. Whether you're experiencing looseness in the steering wheel or prepping your truck for an alignment, this kit helps bring everything back into factory specs. The tie rods feature high-quality rubber boots to extend that service life. That's especially useful for trucks that see a lot of heavy-duty or off-road use, where joints can be exposed to dirt, water, and debris. These tie rod ends also help maintain proper toe angle, a critical alignment factor that directly affects the tire wear and the road handling. A full brand new set of front tie rods just like this kit is going to ensure that your steering inputs are crisp and responsive, which is essential whether you're towing, daily driving, or you're heading off-road. This front tie rod set effectively uses military caliber cast iron poles and high-tech CAD manufacturing methods to produce tie rod pieces that provide precise results and driving improvements. The components are designed with OEM style ball and socket joints that offer flexibility needed for smooth operation while resisting excess movement that can lead to that instability. The ends are protected by durable rubber boots that seal out contaminants and keep grease in, helping extend the life of each joint. Now, as far as the pricing goes on this set comes in right around that mid $100 price range. That's a solid deal for a full inner and outer tie rod replacement set, especially considering the importance of these components for safety and performance. This is a cost-effective upgrade or repair that delivers noticeable improvements in steering feel and tire longevity. Installation is fairly involved, so it's getting rated a soft 3 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in about 2 hours of your time. So now let's head on out to the shop, and they're gonna give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how that install process goes.
For this install, you need 3/8 impact, a 21mm socket, a 15 and 16mm wrench, a hammer if needed, an adjustable wrench, clamp pliers, needle nose pliers, and a flathead screwdriver. All right, today we're gonna be installing some tie rods on our Silverado. So let's get started. So we're gonna start by taking our outer tie rod nut off. So we're gonna grab our impact and 21mm socket. Take this off. As you can see, our tie rod is already loose. If you need to, you could use a hammer to smack right there to break it free. Also, before we do anything else, you just wanna make a note of how many threads that you can see coming out of the back of the tie rod in here. Already did that off camera. We have about 10, just so we can match up the old one with the new one. So now that we have this off, we're actually going to break this nut free here so we can spin our outer tie rod off. So we're gonna use our adjustable pliers and just break this nut loose. So we have that loose. We're gonna grab a 16mm wrench to hold the inner tie rod, and that will allow you to spin off the outer. And we're also gonna spin off this adjustment nut too. Next, we're gonna grab our needle nose pliers and just pop this clamp off on the outside of our boot. Just gonna slide that down. You can just put that off on the side for now. Next, we need to go towards our inner tie rod and release our inner clamp. So next, we're gonna take a flathead screwdriver. I'm gonna go on the side of our boot. Now, this is gonna be very hard to see because Chevy put this in the worst spot possible. We're just gonna get inside that clamp and spread it open. so that we can get our inner boot off. So this is a one-time clamp. So you see, it's pretty broken. We're just gonna throw that away. We do have a replacement that does not come with the kit, so you are gonna have to get that separately. We're gonna slide our boot off, and we can pull our inner tie rod out. Now we're gonna take our adjustable pliers. Now they do make a special tool for this that slides over. We don't have that right now, but you'll see these slotted sides. Grab our adjustable wrench, and you can just break it free like this. Once you break it free, you can just spin it off by hand. Now we have our new tie rod end. We're just gonna thread that into our steering rack. We can go ahead and take our adjustable pliers and tighten that down. Now that that's tightened down, we can get our boot back on. So we're gonna take our new clamp, we're just gonna slide that over our boot like so. Now we can actually position that to where we can tighten it nicely, but we'll just slide this over, all the way down, and then over our steering rack. So now we have our clamp positioned where we need it. We're going to use our pliers. Now these are special pliers designed to tighten these clamps down. First we can get this over and go ahead and just clamp it down. And then now we can get our outer tie rod on. Now we're going to put our outer clamp on. So we're going to grab our needle nose pliers, clamp that down, slide that over our outer boot like so. Grab our jam nut and thread that on. Now we're gonna thread it on till we have about 10 threads showing so we can match it up with the OEM one. Right about there. And then take our new outer tie rod and thread that on. Now you will still need to get an alignment after this, but this will get you close enough so that you can drive there. Put our outer tie rod into our knuckle. Thread our castle nut on. Then we're gonna grab our impact and 21mm socket and tighten that down. Now you want to line it up so that you can get your cotter pin through your castle nut. And take your needle nose pliers and bend that backwards so it locks that in place. Lastly, we just need to tighten down our jam nut. So we're going to take our 15mm wrench, hold our inner tie rod, and take our adjustable pliers and tighten this down. Now that you have this tie rod all secured, you can go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side of the truck. And that wraps up our install of our front tie rod set for our 2014-18 Silverado and Sierra 1500. And remember, for everything Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.